When I was young growing up, my father was trying to teach me how to drive a stick shift, 5 speed. Now, at the time when he was teaching me, the car we drove, we didn't have the console in the middle. And the biggest thing with me is because y'all know when you're on a stick shift using a 5 speed, you're going to roll back slightly, right? You're supposed to, if you're good at it, you won't roll all the way down the hill, but you're going to roll back until the clutch kicks in, right? Well, I didn't understand that part. And my father would always say, Kelly, get in the shift. Just get in the shift. And what he was really teaching me was synchronization, how to get in the shift, how to get the rhythm going. And what I'm seeing that for today is because there was times that I couldn't get up the hill. I would get too nervous about rolling back. And my father would say, put the car in neutral. Get out, let me get over, and I'll get you up the hill. He would get out, get me up the hill, then he would pull over and say, now take over. And I want us to understand this is the same thing God is doing right now. He's saying, get in the shift. Because what I would do when I got on the hill is I would resist the rhythm. I would resist and forget what I'm supposed to do. And so even when we see God shifting now, there's many of us resisting the shift. We're resisting because it's not what we want. We think we can control the outcome to the extent that we can keep trying to do what we want to do. But there's no way you're going to do what you want to do if you got to get up that hill. If you're driving a 5 speed, you're going to have to learn how to use the clutch, the brakes, the gas, and the gear to get up that hill. And when we decide, I'm not going to do it that way, we're going to find ourselves falling back. I want to encourage many of you, get in the shift. There's something God is doing even now, not just in America and this country and our government, but in our personal life. And he's saying, get in the shift. Stop resisting what I've already told you how to do. Stop resisting the rhythm that I've already brought into your life to get in the shift and begin to shift. Now, many of us are in this place where we're tired of shifts. Every day we're shifting. Something's changing. Our direction is changing. Our seasons are changing. What God is calling us to do is changing. And we're like, when, God, when? But God says, just go with my flow. Go with my rhythm. And when you stay with the rhythm that I have for you, you'll see yourself getting up the hill. Get in the shift because it's a shift that's taking place. And it's just like God did with Paul. He says, why are you kicking against the prick? See, Paul was kicking against the shift that God was trying to bring into the earth. And when he finally had an encounter with God, he came to realize we got a lot of people who think they're doing the will of God. They think they're doing what God would want them to do because they're holding on to their godly standards. They're holding on to their morality. And God is saying, get in the shift. Because what you think is me is not me, and what you think is not me is me. Sometimes we just have to slow down and let God do what he's doing and get in the shift. Because when the shift is blowing, we're in a wind that can only go in one direction, and we cannot change the direction of the wind. We just got to get in the shift and let God do it. Sit back, relax, be anxious for nothing. But in all things, through prayer and supplication, make your requests known unto God, and the very God of peace will keep your heart and your mind. See, when we understand that when things are out of control, nothing can get fixed unless God gets in the wind. And when he begins to start blowing, we got to sit back and say, okay, God, this is your will. Sometimes God's will is not always what we want at the time. But it is something we have to work through, and we have to let the wind blow where it may. So that when he starts shifting, we get in the shift with him. Get in the shift. Like, subscribe, and share. And leave a comment. God bless. Talk to you soon.